Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great day. First of all, I just want to clear something up. Most of my comment sections were flooded with scam comments, and a lot of you guys were trying to tell me, Sky, please remove them. Well, today I just got in contact with YouTube, and from this video on, you'll realize that my comment section will be clean and you will only see comments from people, not bots. Now, getting into today's video, if you guys have been paying attention to the crypto market, the last 24 hours have been a little shaky. After we were able to make a recovery, let's just say the panic selling has started to settle into the crypto market. First of all, you can see that Bitcoin has fallen down to 76,000, but currently is not in a free fall situation like what happened previously, because previously Bybit was getting liquidated very heavy, and that liquidation was causing the entire market to be super volatile in an inverse way. At the same time, XRP futures trading volume across all exchanges just hit a new monthly high of 21 billion. XRP could soar 200% by year's end, the Standard Chartered just mentioned, and XRP futures see a shocking 8,900% liquidation imbalance, while stablecoin activity spikes amid the global tariff war, and weak yuan could be the best thing that crypto needs currently. Now, before we get into the proper details of all this, if you guys are here for the first time, you want to stay up to date with everything to do with XRP, scroll down, tap the red subscribe button, and especially turn on your notifications so you can stay up to date with the latest and the greatest news first. While there, slap a like on the video, just help the YouTube algorithm push the video out to more people. More people are paying attention to what's happening to XRP. The user engagement goes up, more inflow of cash, the market keeps climbing, and a lot of us make a lot of profit. Now, first of all, I just want to show you guys the price action. Now, this is a daily chart just to give you perspective. Now, after this pullback that we received, where XRP went down and retested close to $1.62, this would have been the panic situation that could have actually pushed the price all the way down to $1.40, because that's the next support, which is actually a very critical support for XRP. But today morning, you can see that slowly we're definitely seeing a little bit of a panic sell situation again. But what's very interesting to pay attention to, it's not just crypto that's actually struggling today morning, it's actually the entire market again, because the stock market ended up losing quite a large amount of money as well. Tesla is down about 5%, and even the Apple stock is down about 5%. So that should give you perspective that the tariffs are going live a lot stronger than a lot of people imagine. What do I mean by that? Well, let's just say China is hitting back rather than trying to negotiate a deal, and that's where America is starting to fear in terms of what is going to happen. And there are some very interesting statements coming out. First of all, pay attention to this. Apple flies in 5 planes full of iPhones to avoid US tariffs. That would have been huge, because the Apple prices or Apple product prices in America would go up quite a large amount, because Apple products are being manufactured in different countries like China, Taiwan, and different countries like that. And White House says Trump believes that US has capabilities to make iPhones at home. And if they're just able to do that, well, what's going to happen? The cost is going to be extremely high. That's the first thing. And secondly, if you try to do that, let's just say China will not be very happy. And White House says additional 104% tariffs on China went into effect today at noon. And this is the reason why the market pretty much collapsed. And that should give you perspective. This is also the reason why crypto market is struggling. First of all, initially when the tariffs were announced, the crypto market was untouched. That's probably the right word to use. But then there was the Bybit, the liquidation problem that we faced, which caused the market to fall down below the previous critical support at 80,000. After that, everyone bought the dip and were able to keep the price up and actually bring it back to like 79,000. But now the market has come to a panic situation. What I mean by that is, if you just look at the fear to the grid index, you can see we are at 19, which is extreme fear. And when there is extreme fear, any sort of news now is going to be impacting the crypto market. Previously, we were shielded, but due to some liquidations and breaking below the critical support, now the market is very heavily reliant on the sort of news that are going to be coming out. And the US-China escalation, worst case scenario for the risk assets and crypto. I mean, that's exactly what we did not want to see. But what is something very interesting is weaker yuan is bullish for Bitcoin, as Chinese capital flocks to crypto. Why is this a big deal? Because just to give you perspective, on 8th, the yuan dollar exchange rate fell to its lowest level since 2023. And as the Chinese central bank relentlessly to let its currency fluctuate more freely, well, more free fluctuations from yuan, what kind of impact will it have on the global? Well, one thing I know for sure is it's going to have a very positive impact on crypto, as a lot of people will actually put their money into crypto to ensure that they're able to keep it safe. And China says US isn't serious about trade talks and warns intimidation, threats, and blackmail isn't the way to engage. China and the rest of the world are determined to fight a trade war to the end. And President Trump says China wants to make a deal badly, but they don't know how to get it started. Honestly, Trump is in a very interesting state, as he's in the world of his own. While Dogecoin has respected to a rising trend that only encourages with 61% Fibonacci retracement at 13 cents, making this a key support to watch. While SEC urges judge to reject the outsider's decisive evidence bid in Ripple case. And now it's very interesting because I feel like SEC is in a stuck situation, as they're trying to make a decision if they're going to favor with XRP or they're going to try to fight this case to the end. And Justice submitted a 5-page letter to judge on 2nd of April 2023 requesting an intervene in the Ripple case. Claims to possess decisive evidence that could clarify the legal classification of the investment contracts and support Ripple's defense. The filing comes shortly after Ripple CEO announced victory in the lawsuit regarding the XRP security status, with SEC expected to drop its appeal. Well, this kind of evidence coming up can definitely have a very strong impact on the investor's mind. That's all I'm going to say. And SEC takes a fresh action on Ripple case. While the legal battle between the SEC took an unexpected turn, as filed an emergency request to present, he described a decisive evidence in favor of defendants. Well, what kind of impact will this have? Well, the new SEC government has just filed an opposition to the emergency request to present a decisive evidence in favor of Ripple. We saw filed last week. The SEC opposes the motion because they say that one district court lacks just jurisdiction over the overall idea of what is happening. Well, in simple terms, let's just say the case will be coming to an end very soon, and it will be in favor of XRP. And Russia slaps 6-year ban on crypto mining in Bitcoin minting hotspot. So as stablecoins are seeing an activity spike, let's just say Russia is trying to ensure that their country can sustain the electricity that is required to keep the country running. But overall, the market is still in a very positive state. You just need to be a little patient. At the end of the day, everything I'm saying is just my personal opinion, not financial advice. So if you guys are going to be putting your money into anything, make sure you do your own research. Other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon.